everyone. This is Shubhrika on SGL Live, brought to you by Bank of Baroda, Kenya Limited. We have a very special guest today with us, all the way from Kolkata, India, Mr. Basab Bijoy Sarkar.
Namaste. Good afternoon from India, from Kolkata.
How
How
are
are you
you?
doing?
Sab theek hai. How
I'm
are you
doing
doing?
fine.
Okay.
Personally, I'm doing fine, although the world is not doing fine. We are grappling with the
No,
coronavirus.
that's how it is with astrologers.
Yes, yes, yes,
But
yes,
anyways, yes, when people are in worry, then they
yes.
remember astrologers the most, isn't it?
It is like relation between relation
Bhagwan,
among doctors,
bilkul, bilkul.
doctors and patients. When
Doctor
patient,
also,
when
God
right,
also, you remember
God
God only
also.
when you are stressed. Yeah.
Yes. When we are going through our headaches, we
Yeah.
generally do not remember people like astrologers or visit doctor. We are doing all right, but when we are indisposed, then
Yeah.
only you can think of visiting doctor or maybe offering prayers to the god and goddesses.
Very true.
So anyway,
Very true.
so just
Yeah, it's a fantastic start to the show. But let me introduce you formally. Mr. Basab Bijay Sarkar is a perfect combination of superior public relations and technology. Mr. B.B. Sarkar is a prominent astrologer from Kolkata, India, practicing his expertise in the field of Vedic astrology for over 2 decades. With a remarkable intuitive power and understanding of human nature, Mr. Sarkar, in his own words, is born to be an astrologer. He worked with an international media company for over a decade, but is quenched to grow as an astrologer to make the lives of people more meaningful through proper guidance and prognosis led him to take up Vedic astrology as full-time career. He obtained certification in Jyotish Kovid and is extensively involved in practice and research on Vedic astrology. He even masters other branches of Vedic astrology like palmistry, graphology, and numerology. And more importantly, आपने अभी तक अराउंड 200,000 जो कुंडलीज हैं वो स्टडी किए हैं एंड योर क्लाइंट्स इंक्लूड सौरभ गांगुली, Satabdi Roy, Sachin Tendulkar, R. Srinivasan, Anupam Kher, Arvind Kejriwal, and now me, Shubhrika, isn't it?
yes, 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 yes.
So, how did you decide on taking up astrology as a profession?
Yes, definitely. See, it is the human nature to always to venture the unventured, to know what is actually lying ahead, the path ahead.
True.
And also, I think, you can't be an astrologer unless and until you are preordained by the Almighty, by the Providence.
Yes, yes.
And this quest of, I always had a feeling that I want to delve deep into the future to know how the roads are ahead. So this kind of inquisitive mind, my curious nature propelled me to venture into this path and to just to unravel the mysteries, what is lying ahead, how the stars, play, and it also actually pivotal role in guiding us and also causing so many events, ups and downs, topsy-turvy challenges in human lives. Who does not want to know about the life ahead? So when there is a good times, okay, everything is okay. We don't go required to visit anybody or go to anybody. We are just doing, frolicking, merrymaking. But when we do go through the hardships, actually, there are many areas in our life which can be financial, which can be physical, which can be professional. Then only we feel the need to take the guidance. Look, astrology is nothing but to take the guidance, what the road lies ahead of you, which road you need to take up, which
Is
road you need
better.
to avoid. Astrology, it comes from the Latin word aster, which is called, aster means the star, and logy is all about study.
Very true. It's a science for sure. And every science has limitations. Some things are always hidden for human beings. So, we in Kenya are very much keen to know that according to you, when will COVID-19 end globally? I think that's one of the biggest things astrologers are working on at the moment. So, what do you feel about it?
This is perhaps currently the most glaring topic around the world,
Yes.
and perhaps the $1 million questions, when COVID will end. this is the Malthusian theory. When world gets cluttered, I mean, the Almighty, or maybe, say some superpower, some supernatural things, take the center stage and do the decluttering of the world. I think unless and until Saturn, and currently Jupiter and Saturn is in conjunction in Capricorn, which is Makar, when the two such biggest planet, they come in conjunction, always there is a furor or uproar around the world in a negative way, especially because it also affects the human lives, because this comes under the bracket of mundane astrology. Okay, there is a difference between mundane astrology and natal astrology. So this is mundane astrology, and I hope astrologically our world is well poised to undergo positive changes. I think once Jupiter comes into Aquarius, this is called the Kumbh Rasi, which is coming on the 20th November, then only at least there will be immunity from the disease, and also world will come back to normal. It is almost like more like 8 to 9 months more we need to deal with this pandemic.
So if you consider November or December 2021, definitely we may see the good effects after that. I completely agree with you on that. And there is one more issue which we would like to know, since you're an international astrologer. How do you see USA's relationship with India, Africa, China under Biden presidency?
Right. The new administration, see, India's chart. In India's chart, India is a Taurus rising, and moon sign is in Cancer, and America, which is USA, it is moon sign is in Capricorn, and is rising sign is Leo. Overall, the situation currently, since as per America's chart, that is the country chart of America, both America and China, they are passing to the Sadesati because their sign is in Capricorn, and that is because of that they are bearing the brunt of pandemic more. The pandemic originated from China one, and perhaps more than China, it is the America which is worst affected. Yes. Already more than 5 lakhs, they have actually died because of the corona. In future, I foresee because when there is a what I say, that contradiction of the mutual interest, when both their mutual interest interfere with other mutual interest, then definitely one country will try to just to bulldoze, or rather browbeat another country, or send the demarches, which is called international demarches. But I don't feel that in near future or distant future there will be all out war or something like that. Even if there is a war, that will be localized between India and China. And as far as the relations between India and Africa, I think it will be mutual, like two-way traffic, give and take. I think Africa will definitely try to maintain, because India have a very cordial relationship with all the African countries, Kenya, South Africa. They exchange goods and do the bartering. And also India has a very, say, not very good, but okay relationship with USA.
Mr. B.B. Sarkar, tell us that, we understand that human beings are more or less impacted by the surroundings, and we have been praying sun as a god, and they say stars play a huge role in one's life. Can you please expound on this?
Definitely, yeah. Stars, we are governed by the stars movements, and it definitely has an impact on human body and human mind. Irrespective of people's belief in astrology or not, there is always work. Of course, stars actually, they influence our minds. They influence our life trajectory, which is because of that, by casting one horoscope, if the date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth is accurate, one can definitely, a good astrologer and seasoned astrologer can predict 70 to 75%. And the rest of the 25, which is based on the karma of that individual, how the individual, he deals with the present life, how he behaves with others. It is the karma which decides how things will pan out for that individual, which is not in our hand, which is in the hand of Almighty.
And how can we use astrology to have a better love life, more money, success in your career? These are actually the things majorly people look forward to.
Right, right. It's a very good question. Definitely, we can take the help of astrology. I am not going to go into the nitty-gritty because common people may not understand. But if one comes to me and inquires how I become rich, I see the horoscope and tells if there is a Rahu in the fifth house. I generally recommend don't try to be rich by investing in share market. Avoid it. Rahu makes a person greedy. When Rahu is in the second house, I generally recommend people to be more not parsimonious, but maybe more cautious with money. And also like love life. If there is a Rahu, I always in there is Saturn Rahu influence, because in astrology, natal astrology, fifth house is related to love and romance. So whenever there is a bad planet situated or rather located in the fifth house, I always tell, even if you have some crush on somebody or you like that individual, you need to trade very cautiously, gingerly. There are always chances of broken heart, or you may feel jilted lover, because it will kind of a one-way traffic, one-way love, lopsided love, because it will be unrequited love. Your love will not be reciprocated by the other individual.
Astrology for sure helps somebody to know what is hiding behind the future. And
Yes, yes.
but there's quite a few ways of reading astrology also. India, we always follow Vedic astrology. Then, there is numerology and there are various other things. But for now, specifically, please tell us what is the difference between Vedic astrology and Western astrology?
Right. Very good question. Another, Suprika. Thank you for asking this important question, because most of the people they don't have the gumption to understand the basic difference between Western and Vedic astrology.
Yeah.
Giving the due credit to the Western astrology, Vedic astrology is far superior and it is age old. Western astrology comparing to the Vedic astrology, it is a new actually. Vedic astrology, it deals with the lunar sign, which is called the Nirayana system, and Western astrology, it deals with the science system, which deals with the movement of the sun. Vedic astrology, it has different methodology of studies like divisional chart, moon sign, Vingshattari Dasa, Antardasa, whereas Western astrology just take the date of birth and accordingly it does the analysis of an individual life cycle. And Vedic astrology is more variable, because since we constantly the star changes, I mean the position, even the world is rotating, even the other planets are rotating. So Vedic astrology deals with the variable, whereas Western astrology, which is also known as tropical astrology, it deals with the fixed stars. But both these astrology are unique on their own ways.
Okay. Okay. And what areas of Vedic astrology do you excel in specifically?
Yes. See, in astrology, the main astrology is that is called the natal astrology, studying of a chart, human, our individual horoscope. And apart from that astrology, which is the study of one's chart, which is the main, which is called rather core astrology. I have also studied palmistry, which is like, reading one's, palms, that is called the calligraphy, what is there actually, and also the graphology. Writing graphology is like when someone's actually, giving signature or writing something. By reading that individual's handwriting, calligraphy, one can know the character of that individual, which is called the graphology. Numerology, which, we have a 9 planets. Though astronomically, there is no presence of Rahu and Ketu, but in astrology, we do give importance to Rahu and Ketu because of the elliptical rotation of of Earth on its axis around the sun. That is because Earth do not revolves around the sun directly. It is bit tilted, and when Earth is bit tilted, there is always a shadow, which is called the penumbra and umbra. So that is because of that we signify, astrologers signify the role of the Rahu and Ketu, which is called the dragon head and dragon tail.
Nowadays things have changed. I, sitting in Kenya, can talk to you. Anybody sitting in any part of the world can take guidance from anybody. So you're in Kolkata, India at the moment, and there are so many people around the world who are getting in touch with you, who want to get in touch with you. So what's the way to do so? How can we reach you?
Right. There is one way, I have a number. I can share my number, which is 7003454945. This is my personal number. Directly, one can leave a WhatsApp message in my number.
So thank you so much, Mr. BB Sarkar.
Pleasure, yeah.
Let me tell you, I am a strong believer of astrology. I really follow it. And there's quite a few things which my family astrologer had told me long back when I was just a child. And they have actually come true in my life. So I really feel that astrology and stars have a big role to play in one's life. So,
Definitely. One thing I would like to add here, sorry,
yes.
Subrika,
Yeah.
just one thing to add here. See, astrology is a divine science. It cannot be incorrect. Astrology is correct. But what happens when an astrologer's prediction, prognosis, it goes wrong, then people tend to lose belief in astrology. I always say, when a patient gets operated by a doctor, the patient dies. It is not the fault of the medical science. It is the fault of the doctor, or maybe some complications of medical complication, the patient has died. So similarly, when something goes wrong, when the prediction does not come true, it does not mean that astrology is wrong. Astrologers is wrong. His or her way of doing the permutation, combination, analytical astrology is wrong. But astrology can't be wrong.
Yeah.
It is a science, divine science. It can't be wrong.
That's so true. Thank you so much. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
So this was Mr. Basant Bijay Sarkar, the famous and renowned astrologer from Kolkata, India, with me, Shubrika, on SG Live, brought to you by Bank of Baroda, Kenya Limited. Do follow me on my Facebook page, Shubrika, my YouTube channel, Shubrika Johri, and my Instagram handle, Shubrika Johri, for many more episodes coming in this series. Tata, bye-bye. See you again.